Nearly 100 days into President Trump's second term, Americans are losing confidence in his handling of the economy. According to the new CBS News poll, 51% of those polled approved of Trump's economic stewardship in March. Now it's at 42%. Uncertainty about the president's trade policy is a contributing factor. So for tonight's interview, we're joined by Scott Lincicome, Vice President of General Economics at Cato's Center for Trade Policy Studies. Scott, thanks again for being with us. We're 100 days in. Tell us the story of the economy under the Trump administration this time around.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are two stories. There's the trade story and then the everything else. And the trade story is tough for the president. Not only has he proposed or imposed hundreds of billions of dollars in new tariffs affecting supply chains and prices and the rest, but the way he's done it in this unilateral slapdash fashion, tariffs on, tariffs off, exemptions here, exemptions there, that's just really wreaked havoc with investment certainty for businesses and for consumers that just really don't know what's coming next for the economy. And then, of course, for stock markets and treasuries and the rest.
And the everything else part of the economy?
Right. So the everything else is just to be determined. There's some positive steps towards regulatory reform, things that Republicans and Democrats like a lot. But it's very early in that game. And then meanwhile, the big move on tax reform is still stuck in Congress with very thin Republican majorities. And so we just don't know what we're going to get there, along with the deficit reduction that might go with it.
When the Trump administration, second Trump administration started, business was so happy about the two things you mentioned: lower taxes, regulations. They were American businesses back. And what I hear you saying is, wait, I mean, that's a big pause.
Yeah, and it's a total flip from the first time around in the first Trump administration, where tax reform went first and then we got some more aggressive trade policy. This time we got the trade policy first, and we have to wait to see what we're getting on taxes and regulations. And of course, the trade policy this time around is about 10 times as big as last time around in terms of the amount of tariffs, and it came about 10 times as fast, just in about 2.5 months. So that's just a huge shock for an economy when you're talking trillions of dollars in annual commerce.
And Scott, tell us about the budget process. Just give us one little way to think about it. Taxes, the current environment, how should we think about it?
Well, the way I think about it is these slim Republican majorities in both the House and the Senate. It's going to make a final deal really difficult because you have some House Republicans that want special tax cuts. You have other House Republicans that want to maintain spending, like with the Inflation Reduction Act for clean energy subsidies, and trying to make those numbers work along with a reconciliation budget that establishes hard caps on how much debt you can add. It's just going to be a tiny eye of a needle they're going to have to thread. And so I think that's the other thing that might be giving business some heartburn.
30 seconds left. What are you looking for in the next 200 days or going forward?
Well, the big things on trade are seeing this soft data we're seeing, the surveys of business confidence that are down, the surveys of consumer confidence that are down, seeing how that translates into hard data, meaning actual business investment, actual prices. That should translate, but we have to wait and see on that. And it could be pretty rough for the president if it comes through like we think. And then on taxes, we have to see what the House comes up with and if they can jam it through Congress and get the president's signature.